Welcome back to Digibros, the emulator crashed.
Endless fucking forest temple and Conrad ranting about like shit I don't even fucking know about at all.
Well, yeah, why don't you go on a rant this time?
I don't know.
See, it's
I'm so lost in like you're talking about like battle systems and RPGs, and I was just kind of like I haven't played these games. Whatever.
This is the kind of thing that like. From my perspective, from the perspective of us having a conversation, I'm like, well, if Victor talks eventually, it'll still be like we both talk. But from the perspective of this as an episodic series,
Your rants
I've
are
been
really,
talking for 2 episodes.
Yeah. You've really been going on about like some shit.
Yeah. Like,
that's why I keep trying to chime in about like what's going on in the game.
You did good.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Anyways, I used to love these sword fights as a kid. Like, this was the highlight of Zelda for me, was doing a one-on-one sword battle.
Dude, I mean, that's like, because it's like someone with powers like yours.
Yeah.
You know, and you put your
I felt
skills
evenly
to
matched.
the fucking test. That's classic Zelda, though.
Kicking my ass more than I
would say,
anticipated because I can't really focus.
I would say that, like, this type of enemy really comes into its own in Zelda 2. Because like Zelda 1 has like, you know, a bunch of different enemy types and shit, but like in Zelda 2, it's like there's enemies with shields and shit where you need to like you need to duck or stand and like hit them while you're ducking or jump at them and shit like that. And it's basically the same mechanics as this, but you know, in cheap 2D. Shit. Watching the Game Grumps play through Zelda 2 made me like really appreciate how like it is a Zelda game.
Yeah.
It just happens to be side-scrolling, and
that makes me want to play it
focused
because
on
it's like the only reason I never wanted to play it because I didn't think it was a Zelda game, and I thought I will thought it was supposed to be terrible or something.
Well, the thing is, you can not play the game without a guide.
Yeah.
You can.
Dude, I mean, I've even been like
no, you don't
a little
understand.
bit of guide in Majora's Mask.
It's not the same.
Hard.
There's parts where you just have to walk through a wall and just know that wall is one wall you have to walk through. Or like there's one random square in a forest you have to walk into that turns out to secretly be a thing. Like it is impossible without a guide. It would take like you could probably have to play it for years to fucking beat it without a guide. But like
unless you're like fucking some kind of quiz boy genius who's just fucking jumps at every wall of the game.
Right, that's what I mean. It would take years. You have to literally do everything. And just like, and like the game gives you like hints, but they're all super vague. Where it'll be like, oh, jump, or like, hail to the east wind, and you know, and that means like, run off this cliff. You know.
Fuck yeah. East wind, ollie outie.
Yeah. So you will not be able to play it without like following a guide to a T, but and honestly, you could probably just watch Game Grumps play it and just be like, okay, I've seen it all, you know. Whereas like because that's how I felt with Zelda 1, I legitimately love playing the game. Like it feels good, it's fun, it's adventurous. With Zelda 2, I was like, there's not enough like variation in the gameplay. Where like early on into the first dungeon, you fight a guy where he's raising, lowering his shield, and you have to do that, and then that's like basically every enemy of that type is the same, you know.
Yeah.
So every dungeon is like the exact fucking same thing. It's a game that like it feels kind of good and it's kind of fun, but it's so fucking hard and it's so esoteric that it's just like you can't play it to just adventure and have fun. It's stressful, you know. Because even on the overworld, enemies, it does like the Tales of Symphonia thing where like a black blob comes up to you and then you get to fight it.
Yeah.
And it does that like constantly unless you're like walking right on the path.
Oh shit.
So
back for round 2, biatch.
Yeah. I would just watch the Grumps play it, and it was a great playthrough. They had a lot of fun because Danny loves shitty old NES games. So he had a blast. But Zelda 1 you should play for yourself. And
keep in the wrong R buttons.
Deal with it.
Cool story, bro.
And then you should play A Link to the Past.
No.
Why not?
I'm just not gonna end up playing them. Like, maybe like
fucking jeez.
Someday when I have all this time and no new games and like no Pokemon cards. I'm not gonna lie to myself and be like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
Talk about being such a big Zelda fan. You've never even tried the older games.
I believe I have tried them.
And you
had a Link to the Past on GBA.
You loved the fucking DS game, the 3DS game, which was a direct sequel to Link to the Past.
It's also like updated, like visually and like.
Oh, whatever. This game's not updated, or I mean it has been, but like.
Yeah, and I like that version more. What is this frame rate drop? All right.
I don't know what that was.
We're still alive. We're still rolling. Anyways, it's not like I fucking refuse to do it. I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna end up remembering. You'd have to like put it on my computer and like force me to do it.
Every time I bring up playing Zelda 1, you're always like, it's like, dude, it's a good fucking like.
It's like I'm not gonna end up going out of my way to find it, to download the emulators and all that shit. It's like, put it in front of me and I'll end up playing it.
I think I've done that before. I think I've installed an NES emulator and Zelda 1 on your computer once.
I know I've tried to play it on like some kind of like fucking Nintendo whatever
don't do that.
demo thing, but
just I'll put it on your shit.
You fuckboy, drop your fucking shield. He's gonna heal his fucking buddy.
Zelda 1's awesome. Link to the Past is pretty good, but I hate the controls, and that's like, you know, like the controls are such a big part of Zelda, as I've explained several times.
Oh
that,
fuck.
Like, it doesn't kill it for me. It's still a great game, but if the controls of that game were as good as the sequel, the 3DS game, then it would be like perfect, you know. Whereas the Minish Cap has the perfect controls and the perfect world, and it's perfect, except for that fucking ice temple.
Dude, I got the fucking bow. The game just changed.
Hold on, real quick. I had to click this.
I
don't know what time we're at. I have no idea when we started. Like, I've totally lost track of like when each episode begins.
We're in the Forest Temple. It's about losing track of your life and time and the world. The song here is just so maddening. Like, this is really like one of my least favorite. Like, it's a cool song, but then when you've been in here for like hours and you're really losing your mind, that it's like, whoa, fuck this song. It goes on forever. It's a short loop too, man.
Do you think we'll get shit talked for this performance of the game? Do you think you're gonna get shit for playing badly?
I haven't been playing too badly. I mean, I've been playing.
Bear in mind, we've gotten some shit for the Sonic playthrough.
Have we? For playing poorly?
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't think we got anything from playing poorly. It was
like,
mostly about what we talked about.
No, we've got.
I would say maybe with the aquatic mine thing.
Yeah, that was a sad display. Man,
I feel like I've done until this temple. I've done a pretty good job of speeding through this game, and even this, like, it was just like those couple keys that I didn't do in the right order.
Incidentally, the episode of Sonic that came out today had us talking about some of the same subjects which we've just discussed. That was where I actually bring up the whole like which Zelda games I like because of the controls and shit like that.
Yeah.
Episode 11 of Sonic Adventure 2. Just for those of you who are gonna feel nostalgic hearing that episode number when it's probably been a month.
Oh God.
Since then.
You were correct.
When you're hearing this. The reason we're doing it that way, by the way, like why we're recording so many and then recording them like over a huge amount of time instead of doing two at once, is that it's impossible to know how long we'll do this.
Yeah.
Because like, there's the chance that one of us gets super busy with something, probably you.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm.
Which will probably happen pretty soon.
Either you'll get too busy to. Why soon? What do you have coming up?
We're about to shoot this short film.
Oh yeah.
Over spring break, so about a week, and then it's gonna get like midterms, spring break film shoot. Gonna shoot my own film. It's gonna be like.
Oh, are you gonna do the bartending thing?
Yeah, I've been slowly working on that.
So, we've got like Victor's gonna probably get busy at some point, and then there's also the fact that we could just lose interest and run out of games.
Yeah, that's true as well.
When we started this up, all we had in mind was like, I really want to do Sonic Adventure 2, Kirby 64. I want to do the Bomberman games for N64, but Victor's not.
I think they're gonna be very tedious and difficult.
I don't think it'll be that bad. We had to at least give them a try. But it was Kirby 64, Ocarina of Time, Kirby 64, Sonic Adventure 2, the Bomberman games, and Pokemon Snap. Which Pokemon
Snap I still really want to play.
Right. We might either I'm gonna try to find, because I want to be able to capture footage from the consoles anyways, so I might buy a device to help do that. And if I do, we'll play Pokemon Snap. And if I don't, we'll do it by filming the TV like GameCube chats.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it'll look like shit. But we definitely want to do Pokemon Snap. And then someone, Goat Jesus, said it would be cool if we did this with Zelda. And I was like, hey, that's, we could probably do Ocarina of Time. Victor knows the game well enough that it's not super talkative, whereas like Twilight Princess, no way. Fucking 10 episodes of people talking.
I do have a save file put after the first dungeon. We could start late in the game.
It's such a long and it's like 50 hours. This game is like 20 hours long at the longest.
Last time I beat it was like 45 hours with 100% completion.
I shouldn't say at the longest.
When I beat Twilight Princess last.
I meant like you can easily play this game in like.
I don't know. If I did like a speed run of Twilight Princess, it wouldn't take 40 hours, because I usually go like pretty completionist.
And I also wouldn't want to start a video series where we're already past the first dungeon, because it would be like...
Yeah, I mean, that would be goofy. Right. I think I can burn through the early stuff easily. We could give it a shot, maybe. But we gotta beat this game first.
Like, it's just there's so much text and shit and stuff happening. But yeah. Anyways, the point is, we don't know how long this series will last, and so our idea is record as much as humanly possible, and then if we did stop making it, we'd have like months worth of backlog. These videos will just come out by themselves because I'm just scheduling them and letting them release on their own. So even if we like completely forgot about it, it could come out for like a whole fucking year if we record enough videos. So that's why we're doing it this way.
Swag.
Even though it leads to sometimes there's a day where the episode is not going to be that good. But I don't think there needs to be a great video every day.
Yeah. I've liked the response to our videos.
Yeah.
I think people are having fun with it. I've watched all of them. I've been thoroughly entertained with all of our stuff.
I'm surprised.
I was surprised how much I enjoyed our own videos.
Yeah, I think you'll probably get sick of some of the Kirby ones, but
Oh yeah, those ones are probably more boring.
Well, there's just a couple of them where we're just like in a bad mood and depressed, and it's the saddest. It is.
That is true. You started talking about some depressing shit, and I was like, what is wrong with you? We're playing Kirby. No, it was, that's because your channel was down and all that shit.
No, it was a thing where I wasn't I didn't see what I was asking as sad, but you did, because it's an existentialist sort of question. And you just get all super down, and it's fucking hilarious. It's like 20 minutes of us just being really sad.
Oh god,
it's
playing fucking Kirby.
It's funny in retrospect for me, but I feel like other people will just be like, this is really fucking depressing. This is just sad. This is not even entertaining. But to me, it's now hilarious because I'm watching it from retrospect.
So dark and weird. Okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
There's a door. I need to unlock the door. I probably need to turn around and shoot an eye or some shit.
Oh man.
Okay, no. I need a key.
That's the door. Okay.
Which probably. What is that hole up there?
You got the first key when you first enter the dungeon, right?
Yeah.
It's up in a tree or whatever.
I've gotten 4 keys in this dungeon so far.
Okay.
And I've used all of them. Now this part, someone's gonna be thinking I'm a fucking dipshit, but I don't remember.
Go back down the
hallway. I'm
probably
gonna backtrack a whole bunch.
Shoot the eye.
There wasn't an eye in that hallway.
Shoot my dick.
So we're gonna backtrack.
Did you go down the other wherever? Never mind.
Yeah, that's backwards.
Oh man.
We're gonna walk backwards.
I don't even know what the fuck. That's it for this episode of Digibros. Come back next time.
Es Cyborgo.